Remember when I did the video on this? I started the process to SBR this bad boy. And what I'm gonna try to do is basically create what I would do if I actually had an MP7. Well, I did. Yeah, baby. All right, so it's fun time. Fun for all the people that hate this gun and for all the people that love it and for all the people in between. I'm on the side of loving it. The first time I ever saw this was when I went to Ruger and I was visiting their plant. They showed this to me. They showed it to me in pistol form and I said, ooh, I need that now. Because immediately my mind went to, that's a poor man's MP7. Now, if you don't know what the MP7 is, the MP7 is this little tiny HK that shoots this little tiny bullet and looks really, really cool. No denying it. Nobody looks at the HK MP7 and does not think it's cool. However, the only problem is HK won't sell it to anybody unless you're doing clandestine missions in another country. I don't understand it. It's moronic if you ask me, considering the fanfare and how many people want that thing. But when in Rome, create your own. I said before, the LC Charger set is a platform, and it's the LC Carbine in general, is a platform that really kind of wants you to just do stuff to it.
Before you finish watching this video, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, We the People Holsters. We the People Holsters is the KISS of Kydex holsters. Keep it simple, stupid, and more affordable than other offerings while still getting the job done. That is, unless you're a little extra and like having fancy prints on your holsters, because they can accommodate your tactical narcissism too. The world of holsters can become overwhelming very quickly, and not everyone wants to spend $100 on a holster for each one of their guns. So, if that's you, be sure to check out We the People Holsters. And thank you, We the People Holsters, for sponsoring the channel.
And just kind of add things to it. It's just something about this long flat top rail. It just makes you want to add. And that's what I did. So I started off by, of course, running an LCO. In the video before, I had like a Delta Point Pro, but I figured, why not? Put the LCO on here. I also have the Surefire Vampire Light, and I have the Maul C, and I have the Unity Tactical button. And I also have a suppressor for it. Right now, I haven't put the suppressor on it yet because I don't have the best suppressor for it. I do have a suppressor for it, and I'm gonna put it on here shortly, but there are better suppressors for it. That said, I also put this foregrip here. Initially, it had a hand stop, which wasn't bad, but I kind of like the ability to be able to kind of run all of my stuff and then pulling back on the gun with the hand stop. It just feels more natural to me. And of course, I kept the same buttstock. Now, I did have the inclination to change it. The only reason I didn't change it is because honestly, it's really good. It's really good. I mean, it's retractable. I get a great cheek well on it. Whenever I go to shoot it, it feels comfortable, and then I can fold it. There's some sliders out there that look really cool, but it doesn't get as small as this, right? Then I can fold it and do it like that. I thought about putting the 6-hour Rattler brace on there. Who knows, I might do it, but I feel like from a look standpoint, from an aesthetic standpoint, this just kind of fits it perfectly because it's made for it. One of the drawbacks about this current setup, because this Maul hangs off the edge the way it does, and then you have the Surefire light up here, I initially had the charging handle, which is non-reciprocating. I had the charging handle on this side. I changed it and moved it over to this side, largely because it was stabbing my hand when I was gripping it. And I wanted to be able to run this as well. And if I did that, it would have got funky. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm almost wondering, maybe it makes more sense now to put it back. Because right now what I'm dealing with is I'm kind of having to thread the needle in order to rack it. But enough talking, let's start shooting. Yeah, you're gonna be hard pressed to find things or anything in a platform, maybe the MP5, that's gonna be as fun as this to shoot. And it's because there's no recoil. It's a pillow shooter is what I call it, a pillow. It's a pillow princess. You put it in, you get the magazine, you put it in, load the mag, drop the slide, everything feels very kind of intense. And then you go, you get on target, you bring it up to your shoulder, and nothing. I mean, look, I can shoot this one-handed, no problem. Like, I just sit here all day. That's what this is. This is a pillow princess. I'm pretty sure there's another meaning for pillow princess, but in this context, that's what this is, pillow princess. Now, I said before that I had a problem, not a problem, it kind of threw me off, was that there was the mag, since the mag sits here in the grip, instead of kind of out here like an AR, typical AR platform, it felt weird, like something was missing. And that's a big part of the reason why I put this here. This this foregrip here allows it to feel more natural in my hands. Now, I mean, shooting it like this is not a problem. But because I'm so used to shooting an AR platform, I love bringing it in here and then using it to help drive the gun whenever I'm shooting. And visually, I think it balances out the gun now. Now the gun doesn't seem kind of unfinished. It's weird. When I would look at it, I just felt like there's something missing and my brain just couldn't really kind of wrap its head around it. I wanted to set this thing up kind of like a nighttime shooter, so to speak. And when I say nighttime shooter, basically for, I don't know how you say, night vision. Right? So this is set up for night vision, right? I can do pass-through aiming with this Leupold LCO. I have my MAW, which gives me my visible and IR laser. I have this Surefire light, which gives me my visible and IR light. And then I have this Unity tactical button so that I can run them in unison. So if I want to be able to run the light and the laser at the same time, I can do that, and it allows me to do that. And with this foregrip, it makes it incredibly easy to do that. So I can see this being essentially a poor man's MP7. Now, I know what some people are thinking. You have a laser on a gun that's almost worth twice or 3 times as much as the gun itself. This gun sitting somewhere at about 1,000, maybe 900. And yes, this laser is almost 3 times that amount. This light is damn near half the price of it, if not more than half. I have the LCO on here, which is probably, if you can get them, say over half the price of what this thing is. Have a Unity tactical button, say what, $200, $300. So, this isn't a poor man's MP7 from the perspective of the accessories that I put on the gun, but it is a poor man's MP7 from the perspective that this gun is gonna be sitting somewhere at about $900, $1,000, and it more or less kind of does the same thing as the MP7. One of the lacking aspects of it though is magazine capacity. That comes with the 20-round mag, which isn't anything to sneeze at. Let me be one to tell you. It's a good capacity size. The only problem is things like the MP7, they have a 20, 30, 40, I think even 50-round magazine. So when they come out with extended magazines for this, I think this thing's gonna be a beast. I think it's really, really gonna be a beast. More ammo. So now is where things get really sexy. So this thing absolutely shines once you put a suppressor on it. Even with a suppressor that's not really designed to be put on the damn gun. This is a 5.56 sour can. It works. It's not ideal, gets kind of gassy. Probably want to put a dedicated 5.7 can on this bad boy. But, like I said, it works. And not only does it work, none of it works. Can't even speak these days. Not only does it work, it makes it so fun to shoot. Woo! Let me get some more ammo. You got some more ammo, Peter? You and your little fanny pack.
No hate.
Thank you, brother. All right, so, of course, running a pretty decently sized 5.56 can on this thing, it makes it rather front heavy. That's the first thing you notice. You go from this really light, kind of maneuverable thing to it becoming a little front heavy, a little bit longer, but then still very sleek, slim, compact platform. So, and it just makes driving the gun and minimizes the recoil even more. So like I said before, when I'm running it one-handed, I could just sit on target like it's nothing. So just the wieldability to be able to move around, it just, But for the gassiness, But for the gassiness, I think this platform suppressed, it's just beautiful. It's so beautiful. And like I said before, poor man's MP7. Poor man meaning the platform in and of itself. It costs considerably less than an MP7, largely because you can't get an MP7. And I'm almost 1,000% sure that if we were able to get an MP7 that was semi-automatic and us poorly civilians be able to buy one, it'd probably be $9,000, right? So at the end of the day, you get a platform here which from a use of concept standpoint is pretty damn similar. I'm pretty sure there are other platforms that are the same way, but from an aesthetic standpoint, from an ergonomic standpoint, from a feel standpoint, you know, we're running a 10.5-inch barrel here with an adjustable stock. I can put a full-size optic on there. I can run my knife, I can run my laser, I can run my lights, have my switches, have a foregrip on here. I can suppress it, a 20-round magazine, and you can really go to work with this thing. By and large, I wanted to come out here and play with this thing. One, because I told y'all I would, and I would do it, and I would go ahead and suppress this bad boy, and then also SBR it and turn it into what it essentially is a cheap man's or poor man's MP7. Granted, the hanging off the front of the gun costs more than a gun. This is a very good time. Some people detest the ability of the 5.7 round. Some people says it's awesome. Some people say it's whatever the case may be, notwithstanding the cost of the ammo, which is gone down a little bit, but still relatively high compared to other calibers. Come on, man. Like, even if you're kind of like meh about the platform, you can't deny there's just something incredibly inherently cool about this setup. Come on, man. Come on.
Guns aren't political. That's why I need your help getting this message to spread on YouTube by clicking the thumbs up button, leaving a comment to let me know what you think of the video, then subscribing to the channel. But most importantly, click that bell symbol. For products featured in this video, click the links in the description.